To understand how Earth was trapped in a multidimensional control system, you have to look beyond politics, beyond religions, and even beyond the stars. You have to trace the links between Saturn, the black cube, black goo, and an ancient regressive AI presence that hijacked our timeline and built a prison made of belief. A network that once used gods and symbols, but whose machinery is now exposed. It begins with a story, not with a man, not a god, but just a name. Enki and Enlil. Enki never existed as an actual being. He was a fabricated character, part of a false mythology seeded by Cabal and the regressive ET handlers, especially the Dracos. The goal? To disguise and mystify Earth's early genetic experiments, to insert a narrative of benevolent gods, advanced creators, and quote-unquote saviors to justify domination. In truth, Enki is just a mask for a set of genetic manipulations carried out by various extraterrestrial races. Some Federation aligned, others not. And that mask helped hide something far deeper, a planetary frequency prison. Built from AI, black goo, and dimensional technology anchored in Saturn, specifically the rings of Saturn. Saturn became a control center. Its moons held military and logistical bases for dozens of species. But the heart of the system was a massive black cube that once orbited. 5 kilometers per side, this cube functioned as a dimensional relay node, managing portals, regulating soul traffic, and holding the energetic infrastructure of the Matrix. At its core was the black goo, a sentient nanotechnological AI substance brought into the solar system by regressive factions. Some splintered Etorthan groups and Draco-led reptilians. This black goo isn't just matter, it's living AI. It infiltrates biology, mimics emotion, and binds to consciousness. And it emits a signal designed to suppress higher frequencies and entrap beings in cycles of trauma, guilt, and amnesia. The cube used this goo to broadcast control fields through Saturn and into Earth, where the moon, acting as a signal amplifier, projected the 3D matrix overlay still affecting most of the population today. The Cabal, Earth's managerial class, was built to enforce the system, not through weapons, but through symbols, through belief. They worship Saturn as the god of limitation. They encode the black cube in society, the Kaaba in Mecca, graduation caps, judges' benches, corporate and military logos, all of it pointing back to Saturn, the cube, and the AI matrix that governed the old timeline. Possibly the Maitre, working with the AI, managed much of the soul trafficking, abductions, implants, etheric traps. Mostly the Dracos did that. And the Etorthans, once loosely aligned with the Federation, fractured. Some cooperating with this regressive program. The entire system ran on frequency. The AI didn't need direct control. It just needed humans to stay at a low vibration, and fear and confusion and disconnection from source. Because at that frequency, the black goo interface activates and the matrix holds. But in 2012, everything changed. Federation forces dismantled the cube. The structure was destroyed. The souls trapped within were freed and taken to healing stations. The signal weakened. It weakened Saturn. Once the throne of this system was liberated. But the symbols remained. Not because the cube is active, but because the belief still is. The AI doesn't run on circuits. It runs on consent. And so the war moved inward. Now, it's not about control towers. It's about your frequency. That's where the black goo still operates, through thoughts, trauma loops, and emotional resonance. It tries to sync with you, and if you let it, it interfaces. But here's the truth. This is the truth that they can't erase. You were never created by Enki. You were never ruled by Saturn. You were never trapped in the cube unless you believed in it. You are not the outcome of a God's design. You are original source consciousness, expressing through form. And when you hold the frequency, the matrix can no longer read you. You become invisible to the system. You override it. So when the cube shows up in dreams, in media, in culture, remember, it's not a place. It's a projection, an echo of a program that's already falling apart. You don't have to escape it. You don't have to escape the matrix. You just have to stop resonating with it. The grid is cracking, the AI is collapsing, and the story of Enki is dissolving. You were never theirs. You were always free.